look, today I just wanted to show you a little bit of how we do our insulation and how we go over the top with it, because it's the only way that makes it work. So if you're talking to a builder about getting a house built and you're concerned about energy efficiency, sustainability, using power with your air conditioning and feeling cool in summer and warm in winter, and you're talking to him about using the correct insulation or better insulation, then all of that is a complete waste of time if he's not installing it correctly. So many builders, especially project home type builders, they pay companies just to come in and throw this stuff in. So on our projects, we just get it delivered, our own guys put it in, and the reason we do that is it's the only way we found that it gets done properly. So to get an efficient home, a big part of that, as I keep saying, is has a lot to do with air gaps and stuff like that. And look, I'm not saying we're absolutely perfect, and there's definitely room for improvement all the time, but we do take our time and we do it correctly. So if you look above me here, you'll see how much insulation. So this particular job's actually got insulation in the ceiling, which is above my head. On this job, it's R3.5, so it's quite a high rating. And then above that, underneath the roof sheeting, we've still got the sarking paper, which is a 60mm foil-backed anti-con blanket. So the energy rating on these townhomes are going to be actually quite high for what they are. So, and then on this particular unit in the walls, we've got 2.5s, but which is a lot higher than the standard. So generally on most typical homes, your walls will be an R1.5, and your ceiling, if your ceiling's got any, it might be an R2. So all depends on the area you're in, the colours you put on the outside of your house, the construction, the thickness of your walls. So this job's also going to be very good because it's got 90mm framework. So we've got a 90mm. So these ones behind me here, they're 90mm thick wall bats. So you'll see here the boys have come through, and you'll see it's cut in and it's jammed into every single crevice, so it's completely full. You'll see up the top there, so that's the top plate of the wall. You'll see our ceiling insulation runs over the top plate and hangs over into the soffit a little bit. That way it's a sealed junction. If you don't seal that junction there or run it over the top plate, you're going to get hot air or air movement between your outside soffits and your inside ceiling cavity and your wall cavity. So I'll just pan around here so you can see. So you can see how packed in that insulation is to all the external walls and the ceiling. That's an internal wall there, but you go around the whole unit, the boys have done that. But it's little things like this that make the big difference. So you'll see on the so you can see the insulation sticking out there. So that's well, it's as thick as my finger. That's about sort of 15, 16, 18mm maybe. We go around and we put insulation in all those gaps. There's absolutely no point putting all this insulation in here if you don't go around and seal all your small crevices up like that. So you'll see all around our windows, see in there, like it's all packed in. So right around, and even little things like above your window. So above all your window heads, they're completely packed. So up there, like in between that framework. So by filling all those holes, we're creating an envelope. So one of the biggest things with being efficient, creating an efficient home, is creating an envelope. So like I said at the beginning, there's absolutely no point spending the money on insulation, let alone quality insulation, if it's not getting installed correctly. And then on top of that, even if your builder is putting it between all of his studs, laying it in his ceiling, if they're not sealing all those little gaps around your windows, your doors, it's an absolute waste of time. So by doing this, at the completion of the job, like on top of the window seals, and then we'll put seals on our front doors and all that type of thing, we're creating a sealed envelope. So it's very efficient, it's a good way of building, and we find on all of our homes that our clients always comment on how little they have to use the air conditioning. So guys, if you're building a new home, keep an eye on your builder and make sure that he's doing his insulation correctly and putting it in all the little holes, because as you can see on this job here, there is absolutely no space. So the other thing, you're going to ask, where's all your lighting and stuff? So we're using a downlight that is rated, that the insulation can lay directly on top of it. We don't have to leave a hole, because as soon as you put a hole in your insulation, you might think it's only a 300 by 300 hole. That completely ruins it. So if you have a 300 by 300 hole across all your downlights in the standard home, you lose somewhere between 20 and 40% of the efficiency of your insulation. So no holes, guys. You can't have holes in your insulation, you can't have gaps, and that is how you get good energy ratings. Cheers, guys.